Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Security Based. Today's video is about what is reverse engineering. In today's video, we are going to see what is the what is called a reverse engineering and how to do a reverse engineering. Okay, so I thought before we start the series, I thought I should give an insight of what is the reverse engineering and what all we are going to study and how uh, difficult it is or how to do a reverse engineering. Okay, so let's start. Reverse engineering is the process by which we can we convert the binary to assembly code. Okay, so what is binary? So binary is a code. Binary is a compiled code called as a binary. So let's get started with this. So here my go. Let's log into the Pi, our Pi 100. We are at the Pi. Okay, and you remember we have created a binary in R&D. Okay, so this is called the source code. Okay, this is the source code, and this is the binary. This is called the binary. So when the source code is compiled and it becomes an executable, it's called the binary. Okay, in this scenario, when we execute this, it says hey Pi. But what is the source code of this? It is test.c. This is the source code of the binary. Okay, as this is the very short and sweet example for understanding the binary, but why reverse engineering is called the toughest thing in the cybersecurity, or why it is called as the difficult, and what is the need of reverse engineering? So what happened when some softwares, like vendors who design the code, who put lots of effort, who puts lots of developer to write a code, and then that code will execute it as required. Okay, but to understand what that code is doing, we have to reverse engineer the binary or to obtain the source code. Like, it's called the reverse path. Why it is called reverse engineering? Because it works in a reverse way. So what is a straight way? Straight way is something like we write a code, we compile the code, and compiled code execute. It's called the straight way. And in reverse engineer, we have the compiled code, and to obtain from the compiled code to obtain the source code, it's called the reverse engineering. So what are the types of reverse engineering? So as per my knowledge, there are two ways to do a reverse engineering. Okay, one way is like opening that binary reverse engineering tool, and the other way is the debugging the binary. Okay, so first we'll see what is the uh, straight way. What is the one second static reverse engineering and dynamic reverse engineering. Let's name it for the sake, but actually there is no concept like static and dynamic for this reverse engineering. But one is called one is the we do we follow the step by step instruction of the code and try to understand the code, and the other one is the reading the binary in the assembly format. Okay, so for that many softwares are there, like Ghidra is one of the software popular nowadays. It is open source. IDA, I believe IDA is the king of the software, and the Radare is the open source version of the software. This is for the ARM or x86 or 64-bit binaries, and for the Java based code is the JADX is one of the software. Then Dex to jar you convert, that is the software which use for the reversing. Okay, now let's see a static reversing. Okay, now let's say Radare 2 and the binary hey Pi. Okay, now we are inside the binary. Now perform analysis. So AAA, this analyze whole the binary, and now we have to now when we do a reverse engineering, what we look for majorly, first thing is string to identify easily, second is the functions, then some import export and system functions. Okay, now let's see how many functions are present in this binary. So with this we can see here is this weak function, deregister function, deregister, and this is the main function, sim dot main. So this is the main function which we have wrote earlier. So here you can see where it is. I'll show you in the side view. Okay, we are not at pi. Let's go to the pi. It is at 100 today. Password and data RND. Okay, so this is the main function which we have wrote, which do a printf, hey pi and new line. Okay, so here is the main function, and these are the other functions which is required, such as puts why it is required, for the put char, and libc to start main. Okay, let's just focus on the main function. So we are doing this sim dot main. So this shows the main function. Okay, now I know this maybe sound little complex. This is how it looks, and Radare also gives some graphical views. I'll show you. It should display. Okay, so when I do pd, that means print disassembler. So this is the disassembly, and this is how the functions look like in the assembly language, our just main function. What it is doing, it is saying push fp frame pointer to link register, then add frame pointer sp plus 4 byte, then load load string hey pi into register 0, then branch link sim imp means import puts. Now it is invoking the put function, okay, which looks like this: int puts constant character pointer to string, then move r3 to 0, then move r3 to r0, then pop frame pointer to the stack pointer. Okay, and this all happens just for the printing the hey pi. Here you can see this is the section. These are the multiple section defined in the code. Okay, now when I'm trying to change the view, I think this is not supported here. Yeah, it is working. See, this is the one view. Here we can see how the function is, how the code is executing. Okay, this is just a glimpse. We are going to work more on this later. And this is the graphical view provided by Radare to us. Start function and then go to the function. Okay, so these are the multiple views which provided by Radare to us. Okay, this is called the static reverse engineering, where we are just dealing with the binary. Okay, now what is dynamic? Reverse engineering? For the namespace, I'm using dynamic. Let's do gdb and hey pi dot out. Okay, now disass main. Here we are disassembling the main. Here you can also see r11 and link register. But here what we are doing, we are going to follow each and every instruction of the binary, and we are trying to understand what code is doing by doing a break. Okay, now I am setting a breakpoint to here branch link where it is validating. Okay, and let's run the program. Okay, now it is saying break hit. Okay, so now it is show that r0 register have hey pi value, as we have seen here in it is first loading the r0. Okay, and then step into the 1 and 1 instruction. So as you keep pressing enter, it is just following the next step. Here you can see add r12 to r12. So this is called the dynamic reverse engineering. Okay, so this r0 value will be coming here, push lr, and it will be printing hey pi at the last. So following one step of the instruction, this is called the dynamic reverse engineering. Okay, so that's all for today. We'll look for the reversing other reversing and assembly related stuff in the next video. Thank you.